I really like the eyes, a little brown wing, something, something like. So you're gonna enjoy watching this. I promise. Bye bye. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, of course, prime. I've already moisturized my skin off camera and toned and all of that. So I'm priming with the Rimmel London Matte Primer. Comes in a white bottle. It's really good. It's creamy. It's like a cheaper dupe for the Huda Beauty complexion perfection type primer. Comes in a black bottle. Yeah, it's kind of the dupe for that. Like the texture and the wearability of it. It's pretty much the same thing. So that's the first thing that we're doing. So after that, I'm going in with my Charlotte Tilbury powder in the shade dark, number 3, and I'm just lightly brushing over top of my primer with the powder, so it can make sure that my makeup stays all day. I'm sure everyone knows this trick. It really does help with your makeup staying and not moving. And if you color correct under after your primer, then and then you powder, that helps too. But I didn't do that. I color correct after I set my primer, so I'm doing that. I'm now setting my brows with the NYX brow gel in the shade Espresso. Now we're priming our lids with P. Louise base number 5. Um, I do not use concealer to prime my lids if I'm going to wear a shadow. I use concealer if I'm going to put bronzer on my lids just to add a little color, but if I'm putting on eyeshadow, I'm going to use an eye primer. And this one, like I said, is from P. Louise. It's really good. It's sticky and not sticky, but it's tacky. And we're just going to tap that in all over our eyes. That's how the P. Louise, that's how it sets. And you tap it in. Okay, now this step is optional. I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury setting powder, airbrush flawless finish powder. Yeah, that powder that I used earlier to set my primer. I'm using it again to set the underneath of my brows and a little bit on my lid, so it can help with the transition of my colors, so they won't be how do you say what is it called? Why can't I think? Oh my gosh. So they don't skip. So the colors don't skip. We don't want that. So that's what that's for. Now I'm using my Jackie Aina palette. That color that I'm using, yeah, that one. I'm going to use that one to do my transition color. It's going right into my crease with a crease brush. This is BH Cosmetics brush. I forget the exact name of the brush, but I'll put it in the description box. But I'm just putting that in my crease. To deepen up that crease color, I'm now going in with the shade Ginger, I believe. And I'm just like also putting it in the crease, but also building it up to the point where it's a little bit above my crease, but it's not on my brow bone. So we're gonna do that. That's gonna be our last. No, it's not. We have one more color. I forgot. I went in with the deeper brown and I put that on my lid. So we put the deeper brown and we're gonna pack that on with a packer brush. This is that really beautiful brown shade from Juvia's Place. The best brown in the world. I just love it so much. So yeah, we're just packing that all on our lid.
The way she get to a bag, I tip my hat to her. I've been known to hit up the road, but I make it back to her. Whatever I make off the flip, I'ma give half to her. Anytime she ever need me, I bust a mag for her. Bonnie or Clyde, if we go out in the hell of bullets, or we in Cuba, or some scooters smoking on some Cubans. She with the movement, play a part, she know her duty. Face for a movie, body golly like hallelujah. She the type that make a trapper clean his act up. Still a pull a baby 22 if I need back up. That's a bad job, realer than my last job. I know she won't disappear.
So here's the part where I said we go in with that deeper brown to deepen up our crease. That is the deepest brown in the Jackie Aina palette. So I'm using that.
She a bad job, she a real bad job. She a bad job, she a real bad job. I know she gon' be there when the cash gone. Real players keep wild, face never last long. She a bad job, she a real bad job. She a bad job, she a real bad job. You ain't got one, that's a bad job. Real players keep wild, face never last long. You should've seen it, I mean it. We're in the sundress, she's the meanest. Louis swing off the shoulder, hotter than Phoenix. We Georgia Weezy, we got a piece of the pie. We keeping it fly, take them boys right to the clinics. Marseille, she's my van of white, we move them bows. Take a walk to the altar and we can say the vows. Ask me how, she's all I need, life support. While yours a dub, and she got you on child support. Ball main jeans, $1 million dreams. Everything she do is out of Essence magazine. Every boss need a queen. We like to slow it up, like we sipping on the lane. Look, I need her on my team. Damian Lillard, the way we trailblaze.
So in the middle of this green palette from Juvia's Place, I believe it's called the Tribe palette. The color that I went in with is called Chaga. It's in the middle, and it's like a really pretty gold shimmery shade. And I just wanted to put that in my inner corner. And I used the Dewy set from ABH to try to make it pop a little bit more. But as you can see, it was popping enough, okay? It didn't need no help, honey. Okay, now I'm going in with a Melt Cosmetics brown liner. This liner is really, really pretty. I mean, we all love black liner, but the brown liner on top of like a bronzy type look, it just looks so pretty. So, I'm not even gonna hold you. This was a struggle. I struggled so bad with making a wing, but whatever. Can't be perfect. So I did my best. And I tried to do a little wing. This is my my downfall. My downfall is gonna be a wing, I'm telling you. But yeah, I think I worked on this wing for probably like a good 6 or 7 minutes. Like it took me. I like fixed it up and everything. So that's it.
Converse over wine and make love in different areas. We do it our way. They can't compare with us. Plus, shorty know a man flow sick as malaria. She a bad John, she a real bad John. She a bad John, she a real bad John. I know she gon' be there when the cash gone. Real players keep wild, face never last long. She a bad John. got a piece of the pie, we keeping it fly. Take them boys right to the cleaners. Marseille, she's my Vanna White, we move them bows. Take a walk to the altar and we can say the vows. Ask me how, she's all I need, life support. By yours a dub, and she got you on child support. Ball main jeans, $1,000,000 dreams. Everything she do is out of Essence magazine. Every boss need a queen. We like to slow it up like we sipping on the lane. Look, I need her on my team.
These are just some hair store lashes that I bought a while ago. They're so pretty. I will put the type, the style, in the description box because I do not remember. But I'm using the Essence mascara. This mascara is popping, okay? Like, better than high-end mascara. Like, I don't even understand how can a formula be this good and be so cheap. It makes no sense. Like, I love it. I love it so much.
Real players keep wild, fakes never last. Hey, she a real bad job. Yo, that's a real bad job. When the real players keep wild, never last long. A real bad job. Told you she a bad job. Hey yo, the way she get to a bag, I tip my hat to her. I've been on the hit up the road, but I make it back to her. Whatever I make off the flip, I'ma give half to her. Anytime she ever need me, I bust the mag for her. Bonnie or Clyde, if we go out in the hell of bullets, or way in Cuba, or some scooters smoking on some Cubans. She with the movement, play a part, she know her duty. Face for a movie, body golly like hallelujah. She the type that make a trapper clean his act up. Still a pull a baby 22 if I need back up. That's a bad job, realer than my last job. I know she won't disappear when the cash go. Trips to Nigeria where they can't interfere with us. Converse over wine and make love in different areas. We do it all way. They can't compare with us. Plus, shorty know a man flow sick as malaria.
I'm now color correcting with this Morphe concealer. It has like a reddish tone, at least I thought it did, and now as I'm looking on camera it is a reddish tone, but I don't know, it kind of looks cool. Let me know in the comments because I don't know, it looks different in the light, but I thought this would be a nice shade to color correct with. This is my first time actually using it. It dries really fast, like so fast. I wasn't even ready, like at all. Like, look, when I try to, you see, I just try to blend out my forehead and it literally went nowhere, but it's fine. And I'm about to look crazy for a little minute, but it's cool. We're gonna come together in the end. I promise.
We like to slow it up like we sipping on the lane. Look, I need her on my team. Damian Lillard, the way we trailblaze. Knox got me pinched, she gon' get the bell paid. Peace toenails and the frontal leg. And she ain't got a front, shorty been getting paid.
We're now going in with our Marc Jacobs foundation. I think it's like called Flawless Foundation. I'm not sure the exact name of it, but I believe this is in the shade Y500. And I believe that this is kind of full coverage. I did use quite a bit of foundation just to cover my face, or at least in my opinion, it was a lot of foundation. I like the coverage. I like full coverage. I like medium coverage. It really doesn't matter, but the finish of it is pretty, and I don't know. I like it. So as you can see, like, I keep going in and putting more on and stuff like that. And I'm blending this out with a Juvia's Place round top buffer foundation brush. I think that's the name of it. It's really good. It's a really good brush. It's so soft and it gets the job done. I alternate between using a brush, using an e.l.f. beauty sponge. So, and I also use a gem blender, but that's for my concealer.
She with the movement, play play a part. She know her duty, face for a movie, body godly like hallelujah. She the type that make a trapper clean his act up. Still a pull a baby 22 if I need back up. That's a bad job, realer than my last job. I know she won't disappear when the cash go. To Nigeria where they can't interfere with us, converse over wine and make love in different areas. We do it our way. They can't compare with us.
Okay, now we're using sharp tape. What the heck? Tart shape tape. Tart shape tape in the color 53 Deep. I'm just using a little bit of that under my eyes, my cupid's bow, around my mouth, my chin, and my forehead, and on my nose, the bridge of my nose, I mean.
You should have seen it, I mean it. Wearing the sundress, she's the meanest. Louis swing off the shoulder, hotter than Phoenix.
This is a little sample foundation stick from Milk Cosmetics. Yeah. It's okay. I like my ABH foundation stick better, I think. But this shade is a contour shade. It's a cool tone shade, and my ebony one, I didn't use it because it's more on the warmer side, but either way, I can use that for contour too. But while our contour sits, we are now blending out that concealer around our mouth, under our eyes, make sure it's nice and blended. And I am going to use my gem blender right now. I love that. This is from YouTube's very own Destiny Godly. I purchased this from her website, gemblender.com. I love her style of makeup. Like, she just has the best tricks for people who like, a full coverage but not a lot of product. Like, anyway, I'm using my gem blender. It doesn't soak up product. It's soft. It's amazing. So that's what I'm using. When I highlight, I'm not going to use the gem blender because, like I said, it doesn't soak up product. And I do want some product to be soaked up when I blend out my highlight shade. So this is the Hourglass concealer in the shade, don't remember, Flex. Yeah, it's in the shade Flex. So, yeah, I just put a little bit of that under my eyes and on my nose, my forehead, my chin, and my cupid's bow. We're using this highlight and contour Y8 blending brush from Morphe to blend out our contour. And oh my goodness. And as I'm looking on camera now, I can see that this foundation stick doesn't, I don't know, like it just dries kind of quick. So I had to spray my face so I wouldn't look crazy. And my contour looks harsh. It does. It looks harsh on camera, but like in person, like it really wasn't harsh. I don't know.
Phoenix. We Georgia Weezy, we got a piece of the pie. We keeping it fly, take them boys right to the cleaners. Marseille, she's my Vanna White, we move them bows. Take a walk to the altar and we can say the vows. Ask me how, she's all I need, life support. By yours a dub, and she got you on child support. Ball main jeans, $1 million dreams. Everything she do is out of Essence magazine. Every boss need a queen. We like to slow it up like we sipping on the lane. Look, I need her on my team. Damian Lillard, the way we trailblaze. Knox got me pinched, she gon' get the bell paid. Peace toenails and a frontal leg. And she ain't got a front, shorty been getting paid. She a bad John, she a real bad John. She a bad John, she a real bad John. I know she gon' be there when the cash gone. Real players keep wild, face never last long. She a bad John, she a real bad John. She a bad John, she a real bad John. You ain't got one, that's a bad John. Real The way she get to a bag, I tip my hat to her. I've been known to hit up the road, but I make it back to her. Whatever I make off the flip, I'ma give half to her. Anytime she ever need me, I bust the mag for her. Bonnie or Clyde, if we go out in the hell of bullets, or we in Cuba, or some scooter smoking on some Cubans. She with the movement, play a part, you know what.
I'm just going over some areas, but right now I'm setting with my Luscious by Lynn powder. It's also called AC Cosmetics too, another black-owned business. This is in the shade Butternut Beige, and I'm using Juvia's Place blending brush, and I'm just going to soft set in every area that I apply concealer. I'm soft setting.
She a bad John, she a real bad John. She a bad John, she a real bad John. I know she gon' be there when the cash gone. Real players keep warm, face never last long. She a bad John, she a real bad John. She a bad John, she a real bad John. You ain't got one, that's a bad John. Real players keep warm, face never last long. You should have seen it, I mean it. Wearing the sundress, she's the meanest. Louis swing off the shoulder, hotter than Phoenix. We Georgia Weezy, we got a piece of the pie. We keeping it fly, take them boys right to the cleaners. Marseille, she's my Vanna White, we move them bows. Take a walk to the altar and we can say the vows. Ask me how, she's all I need, life support. Why yours a dub, and she got you on child support. Ball main jeans, $1 million dreams. Everything she do is out of Essence magazine. Every boss need a queen. We like to slow it up like we sipping on the lane. Look, I need her on my team. Damian Lillard, the way we trailblaze. Knox got me pinched, she gon' get the bell paid. Peace toenails and a frontal leg. And she ain't got a front, shorty been getting paid. She a bad John, she a real bad John. She a bad John, she a real bad John. I know she gon' be there when the cash gone. Real players keep warm, face never last long. She a bad John, she a real bad John. She a bad John, she a real bad John. You ain't got one, that's a bad John. Real players keep.
Okay, now I'm using my matte mineralized skin finish in the shade Deep Dark, and I'm just using that to set all the areas that I contoured. Wherever I use my contour, I'm applying that powder, and I kind of apply it all over my lower half of my face in a sense. Now I'm using this Black Radiance contour palette, tan to, I think it's medium to tan, that color. And I'm using the contour shade to contour. No, I didn't use that. I used the middle shade, that's the sculpting shade, and I'm using it to basically bring some color back into my face.
Anytime she ever need me, I bust the mag for her. Bonnie or Clyde, if we go out in the hell of bullets, or we in Cuba, or some scooter smoking on some Cubans. She with the movement, play a part, she know her duty. Face for a movie, body godly like hallelujah. She the type that make a trapper clean his act up. Still a pull a baby 22 if I need back up. That's a bad John, realer than my last John. I know she won't disappear when the
I'm using NYX Jumbo pencil, the white one, and I'm using that to go into my waterline so we can have a bright under eye. See how I just bring the look together, like, it's bomb. I love it. And now I'm going in with Juvia's Place again. Whatever I did on the top of my lid, I'm going to do to the bottom. I'm just smoking that out a little bit. And I use the brown shade, and I'm also going to use the orange shade. So it's a little bit of orange underneath it as well. It was really cute.
We Georgia Weezy, we got a piece of the pie. We keeping it fly, take them boys right to the cleaners. Marseille, she's my Vanna White, we move them bows. Take a walk to the altar and we can say the vows.
So Essence also has a lash primer, and so I'm using that to help out with my little tiny baby lashes on the bottom, because I don't have any lashes on the bottom, so this really helps. So I'm just going to use that before I use the mascara, and I got it on my upper lash a little bit, but see, wow, I'm all over the place. So yeah, we're doing that. Now we're using our Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Well, I picked that up, but I actually used the blush first. I'm going to go in with NARS blush in the shade Taj Mahal. It's a really pretty orange shimmery color, and that's what I'm using first. I'm going to start from the back of my cheeks instead of on the apples of my cheeks. Yeah, start in the back. Yep, start from the back and just pat it all over, and see how pretty that is? There's a shimmer in it and everything. So I'm just using that. And I like to use the technique starting from the back instead of starting from the apples, and so I won't deposit too much color. And I placed a little bit on my nose, but you can barely see. And yes, I grazed the brush. I grazed the top of my forehead with the brush as well, but it didn't show up. And now I'm using that Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and it really brings the look together.
Smoking on some Cubans, she with the movement, play a part, she know her duty, face for a movie, body godly like hallelujah. She the type that make a trapper clean his act up. Still a pull a baby 22 if I need back up. That's a bad job, realer than my last job. I know she won't disappear when the cash gone. Trips to Nigeria where they can't interfere with us, converse over wine and make love in different areas. We do it all way. They can't compare with us. Plus, shorty know a man flow sick as malaria. She a bad John, she a real bad John. She a bad John, she a real bad John. I know she gon' be there when the cash gone. Real players keep wild, face never last long. She a bad John, she a real bad John. She a bad John, she a real bad John. If you ain't got one, that's a bad John. Real players keep wild, face never last long. You should've seen it, I mean it. Wearing the sundress, she's the meanest. Louis swing off the shoulder, hotter than Phoenix. We Georgia Weezy, we got a piece of the pie. We keeping it fly, take them boys right to the clinics. Marseille, she's my Vanna White, we move them bows. Take a walk to the altar and we can say the vows. Ask me how, she's all I need, life support.
Okay, so now we're going to highlight. Yes, my favorite part. I'm using the Morphe M510 brush to highlight. I'm using the Master Chrome by Maybelline in the shade Molten Gold. I think it's like Molten Gold is like 100, I believe. And it's just a pretty gold shade. Another great product from the drugstore.
She a bad John, she a real bad John. I know she gon' be there when the cash gone. Real players keep wild, face never last long. She a bad John, she a real bad John. She a bad John, she a real bad John. If you ain't got one, that's a bad John. Real players keep wild, face never last long.
So I'm not really a fan of foundation lips, so I'm gonna wipe that off. Yeah, I'm gonna wipe that all off, and we're gonna start with our lip combo. So the first thing we're going in with is BFF4 by ColourPop Shayla. The Shayla and ColourPop collab. I'm gonna line our lips with that. After we kind of blend in the lip liner, we're using Kylie's lip kit. This is her matte liquid lipstick in the shade Candy K, and we're just putting that on. That stuff is matte, like really matte, and I really like the color. It's pretty, so we're applying that.
That's a bad job, realer than my last job. I know she won't disappear when the cash gone. Trips to Nigeria where they can't interfere with us, converse over wine and make love.
Now we're using NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie. Yeah, so we're just gliding that all over our lips, and it's gonna help to blend the lip liner in with that lipstick that we used. And I'm being extra you really don't have to use this many glosses. I just like the color that it gives off. This is Peach Bellini from e.l.f. Really pretty nude lip, quote unquote, lip plumping color. Yeah, that's what they say. Um, and then I just used a little bit of the hair store gloss. You already know, like hair store gloss is popping. So, another trick that Destiny Godly taught us on her channel is to use a highlighting powder, and this one is Warm Beige by CoverGirl. So pretty. It's like it has like a peachy undertone, and it just can give you like a really nice highlight if your setting powder didn't give you enough of a highlight for your concealer. So I really like that. I just use it in the places that I use the concealer and I want to highlight lightly. I'm spraying my brush with the dewy set, and I'm just going all over and pressing that makeup in, making sure everything is set into place, and we're looking good. I really like it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it.